Siemano, dzisiaj trzecia część przygód w CSI Miami. Miłego oglądania. Dobra, teraz Robinie, lecimy do jaskini Batmana.
Do kogo?
Do tego, co się nie czepia. Laboratorium.
Yes?
Dobra. Co jej damy?
Wszystko.
Our tech, Joseph Kale, makes fingerprints wave hello. Thanks to him, that print's in the computer waiting for you. I'll tell him you were grateful.
Of course. Zdjęcie
Nothing else
ganków?
for you on that.
Wiem, po co normalnie spoko.
Przedmioty.
Can't come up with anything else to do on that.
Piła.
What we have here is a handsaw. Brand new and quite sharp.
Coś możemy zobaczyć. Nope.
Nie.
Na komputerze pewnie mamy odcisk.
Jest.
Szukamy. Of course.
Nie.
Nie. Nie.
Nie.
You might have a match here. Heather's fingerprint. An old B&E charge. She's probably a tall enough girl to use those clubs.
Włamanie w 89.
Okidoki. Dobra, a co z piłą? A nie możemy zbadać, czy piła... To wiem, to trzeba do tamtej. Nie?
Może być.
Nie wiem. No tamta znowu nam powie gąsie leszczu.
A weź zobacz jeszcze tą.
Hmm?
Tą farbę.
Farbę?
Mhm.
No. Tak.
Przedmioty. Kliknij.
No.
Można coś z nią zrobić chyba.
Tyle. Dobra, no zobaczymy.
Any way I can help?
Czy weźmie tą piłę, czy nie weźmie tej piły? Pewnie nie weźmie, bo nie powie.
Hey,
Zrobię
I can't
wszystkiego
do all
za
of your work
ciebie.
for you.
Tak można porównać, czy to odcięło to.
Masz, czy ofiara mogła zostać przeciw...
Not likely.
Dobra,
The
może
wound's
zacznę
cut
czytać.
marks do not indicate the back and forth sawing motion you would expect from such a tool. Look for something bigger.
Bigger, 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 huge, huge. To teraz idziemy do niej.
Can I help you out in this case?
Jezu, dużo pytań, co najpierw. Dobra, najpierw nakaz może.
Don't play hunches, guys. Give me reasons.
No,
Dom koleł.
Not
No,
enough reason for a
dałam.
warrant for that location.
za mało
Yet.
powodu.
A zdjęcie?
Dowody. Zdjęcia. Halo? No chyba nie.
Hunches aren't reasons. If you want a warrant, convince me with facts.
Opowiadać co tam.
Dobra, to
Wróć.
wróć.
Give me a
Gadamy.
moment. Okay, here's her address. Palm Glen and 14th. We'll see if he's at the Louisiana football camp or not. Should be easy, but you'll have to leave it with me for a bit.
Spoks, bo jadę sobie tu, do garażu.
Idzie.
Idziemy.
I co?
Jedzie.
Myślisz, że piła motorowa?
Sikiera. Gilotynka. Ręcznej robótki. Dobra. Kamy.
Jessica Landon. Who are you?
Crime lab. You must be Ty and Ronnie's daughter then, right? We have just a few questions.
In the garage. Go and talk to her if you got questions. Sure, yeah, I know him. I mean, I know who he is. Friends with my parents. They all live on the golf course. He's my boyfriend. We've been together forever, like 6 months or something. Wait,
Zawsze.
This doesn't have something to do with, like, that thing my dad found on the golf course, does it?
We don't know yet. We're just following leads. Don't worry.
Don't
Tim is
worry,
not
ale...
exactly part of my crowd, okay? Like I said, it's not like he's on my speed dial. He is my parents' friend, not mine. I mean, talk to them.
Yes.
It was going fine, except for how my parents felt about him. They kept putting pressure on me that Russ didn't appreciate. For some reason, my parents think he's beneath me. Or maybe they're afraid I'm beneath him. And then suddenly Mom, after all the put-downs, started to take this weird interest in Russ. A week? He went off to football camp. He is so buff. He's gonna get a scholarship, I just know it. And the sooner he gets away from those creep parents of his, the better. His mom, in particular. Always makes him feel like he's in the way. You know what it's like to think like nobody wants you? Well, I want him. And that's what counts. What bruise? Oh, this little thing? Tripped on the stairs, I guess. Those things are like my worst enemy. I get more bumps and scrapes running up and down those stairs than on the soccer field.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Bla, 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 bla. Dobra, gdzie jest matka? Gdzie jest stara?
W garażu.
Why, yes. May I help you people with something?
Miss Landon, we're with Miami-Dade CSI. Could we speak with you in private?
This is private enough. My daughter Jessica's outside, and if this is some kind of police business, I'd just as soon deal with it out here. What's up? Whoa, you don't fool around, do you? Well, even if this were any of your business, I'd have to say you are seriously confused. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey. What gives you the right to walk in off the street and start asking these outrageous personal questions? I mean, geez Louise.
Miss Landon, our job is asking the tough questions.
Well then, tough. You can ask away, but my personal business is my personal business. Anything else I can do for you lovely people?
That's all the questions we have for now.
No, lovely woman.
No.
Dobra.
Ona się nadaje do prosektorium. Nie znam się, idźcie sobie.
Gdzie teraz?
No to trzeba się rozejrzeć.
Po czym? Po jej garażu?
No.
Co znalazł?
Jakiś plan.
Gdzie?
No to tu.
Ale to się
Ale
nie
nic się nie świeci.
Tylko ona się świeci.
Dobra, więc pewnie nakaz będzie trzeba.
To co teraz? Gdzie teraz?
I pole golfowe.
Czemu znowu pole?
Gadamy z tym.
Ze zmuszynem znowu?
No.
Hey, let's just say there's a lot of scoring at a club like this that doesn't take place on the links. That note could be just about anybody. Wish I could be more help.
Ale jesteś
You know,
pomocny.
I'd like to help, but you're poking into personal matters. A lot of people get the wrong idea
A to
about
on
Ronnie.
jest
Hey,
jej
who hasn't made a few
mężem?
mistakes? I'll get back in the swing of this marriage, you'll see.
Ooh.
Isn't that part of the public record? I won't deny it, but that's just a symptom. We'll cure the disease with some counseling and by trying really, really hard. You gotta work at a marriage, you know?
No. No i gdzie teraz?
A pokaż kartę może mu. Dowody.
To jest karta? Nie.
Nie. Przedmioty.
To jest karta.
Hey, I got zip for you on that one. Hey, I got zip for you on that one.
Może
Hey,
farba.
I got zip for you on that one.
Piła!
Hey, I got zip for you on
Jak
that
to
one.
nie wiesz co to jest, weź się doucz, nędzny człowieku, naprawdę. To może
Hey,
zdjęcie.
I got zip for you on that one.
No coś jeszcze mam mu pokazać, co nie
Hey,
wiem, że to...
I got zip for you on
A
that
to
one.
lecimy do tej policjantki.
Policjantki?
No.
No ale no
Hey,
co,
what
nie
do you
mamy
need?
więcej. Gdzie
He's
znajdziemy
retired.
sędziego?
He'll be at his home, or should I say his estate. Pretty nice digs. I'll get the address for you.
Okej. Mamy iść tam, czy mamy nakaz?
Idziemy tam.
Idziemy tam?
No.
Do sędziego?
Popytamy.
No ja nie lubię wolę zeliniarza. Zawsze mówili nie ufać wiewiórkom i wazeliniarzom.
Tak.
Tak. To on?
No.
And what can I do for you, fine CSIs?
Man, kurde, man.
Yes, I was. Not my specialty, but I'm capable of lining up the little legal details that make for an airtight divorce case. Remember when I mentioned I was talking to Ty the morning we found that alligator on the course? Part of what I was discussing with him was that very subject. I was concerned that Ty would be upset with me. We're friendly, after all. Didn't want him thinking I'd taken sides in the matter. I explained to Ty that my biggest concern was for their young daughter, Jessica. High school is such a traumatic, turbulent time. And then to have so much turmoil swirling around the child at home. But she's a strong girl. She'll make it, even if her parents don't. They'll be with the law firm I do consulting with, but they should be on record. I don't imagine I have to instruct a CSI on the proper procedure for acquiring the document.
That's all I can think of right now. That's all I can think of right now.
What do you need? If you hang on for a second or two, I'll print a copy out for you. Here you go. There's also a nice scan of Ronnie Landon's signature on it. Enjoy.
That's all I can think of right now. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
Jak to zebrać?
No to nakaz będzie trzeba. Może do tego, laboratorium.
Nope, I hate that sport. If you can call it one, that is.
Then maybe you just like to caddy.
I don't know anything about that.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Ściemywali.
I don't know anything about that.
Nic o niczym nie wie, no ludzie.
Can I help you out in this
Co
case?
za ludzie? Co za ludzie?
Don't play hunches, guys. Give me reasons. Hunches aren't reasons. If you want a warrant, convince me with facts.
Trzeba porównać te
Co?
naciski, podpisy.
What's up?
A to nie, papiery rozwodowe dla nich.
Mam jej dać papiery rozwodowe?
No.
Jezu, co mi jeszcze jej dać?
I compared Ronnie Landon's signature on the divorce papers with the memory card writing and a match. Am I good or am I good?
Do you think Ronnie might want to explain herself?
A która to jest Roni?
To Taja żona.
Czyli która? Ta czy ta?
Domek.
Dobra. Tłumacz się!
In the house.
Uciekła.
Since she found out, she spends a lot of time in her room, alone, crying. Right now, I'm giving Jess her space. Not that I remember. Why would I?
Heather tells us her husband was in a relationship with you, Miss Landon. We have a message from a memory card with handwriting that matches your signature on the divorce documents.
I don't know why Heather is advertising this other than her own warped sense of self-importance, but Tim and I have spent time together, yes. We're friends. Close friends. Wait a minute. That arm Ty found. Is it Tim's? Has something happened? Oh God.
Nie, bo
If something's
Murzynka
happened to
nie
that
chce
man because of our
zbadać.
friendship, I will never forgive myself.
Nie wiem.
We haven't identified the owner of the arm, but then again, we can't find Tim. When did you see him, Miss Landon?
Oh, at least a week. You see, we broke it off. Or anyway, I broke it off. Instead of wanting to throw me out, my husband said he loved me, wanted to keep trying, make a go of it. And I realized what a good man I really had. As for Tim, he left his PDA in my house. When I saw him at the club, I gave the thing back to him, with a little note I wrote on it.
Ściemy wali. O, no ściemy.
Of course he does. He may not be brilliant, but he's not stupid. And he's certainly not blind. Tim is Ty's best friend.
Facetem,
They
więc.
golf every weekend together. Some secrets just won't stay hidden. And when my teenage daughter Jessica learned what was going on and was upset, I really understood how out of line I'd been. Nothing's more important than our children, you know? That's partly why I'm back with Ty. This is painful. Can we... He went ballistic. Not at me, but at Tim. Went out to the Glen and a shouting and shoving match started. Oh, God. I thought Ty was going to kill him on the spot, but some of the members managed to break it up. The judge was a big help.
Sędzia.
Well, sure.
Yes, możemy się.
Just stay out of my husband's things. Ty's territorial about his possessions.
That's all the questions we have for now.
No to spadaj. Ja tu padam.
Jest plastik. Ręce plastik.
Plastic
Stawiaj
shreds.
łapę.
Small, but possibly important.
Nope, nope, nope. Tu tylko plastik.
Russ Cole's clubs at the Landon house. Why? Heather might know.
Nie ma odcisku. Czekasz na łapę.
Co tu jest jeszcze? Nie. No tu jest jakaś kieszeń.
If Russ drew this, the kid's got talent. Why is Ronnie his subject, though?
Co to za ten? Jakieś coś dziwnego tu? Lubka? Mamy głos.
We've got a piece of something. Hair? Stuck to the portrait.
Bierzemy portret. Wszystko bierę. Coś jeszcze?
Chyba nie. No na jeszcze gościówę przepytać.
I don't like the sound of relationship, but I will point out Russ had his 18th birthday before we became friendly. So if this is about statutory rape, try again. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Beats me. I thought you were the investigators.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Dobra, Dobra, to jedziemy do tej blondi.
Do blondi?
Do blondi.
A czemu do blondi? Co?
Well, if they're not around here, then Russ must have lugged them along to Louisiana.
What if we told you that they're not around here or in Louisiana?
Hey, there's nothing more I can tell you about that.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Ha. Tata ma.
Mamy jej coś pokazać? Nie?
I
Portret.
don't know anything about that.
Oczywiście, że nie. To gdzie teraz? Laboratorium?
Nie, pole golfowe.
Czemu
Badamy.
znowu pole golfowe?
Wszystkich przepytamy, idziemy do laboratorium.
All right, but I trust this is confidential. It's not something I like to advertise. I have a position at the club that commands a certain respect. I'm a manager and an athlete, and I have a certain image to maintain that doesn't go along with having a wife who sleeps around. How much of a man could I be if I'm not satisfying my woman? How much? That's what people think. What I think they think anyway.
A, już.
Is it a crime to be discreet? To choose not to air your dirty laundry? I'll deal with this in my own way.
Okay.
That's overstating it. Wasn't like that at all. Oh, I lost it all right. Told Tim and Ronnie what I thought of them. But it didn't quite come to serious blows or anything. She sees it from her end of the telescope. I see it from mine. Why not check with somebody impartial who witnessed the thing? Like Judge Lawford.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Musimy iść do sędziego, bo już się zasłudziłam jego komplementami, ale pewnie musimy, tak?
Tak, idziemy. Sędzia kombinuje.
Don't you mean Ty, Tim, Jessica, and Russ?
All four were involved? You didn't say that before.
Where young people are concerned, I tend to be, shall we say, judicious about what I say. It seems Russ has been spending an unusual amount of time with Ronnie.
You mean Russ's father has been spending time with Ronnie?
No, I am
nie kojarzę, jak
not
oni się w ogóle
senile,
wszyscy
Ms.
nazywają.
Duquesne. I said what I meant. My lord, the things people do to each other. Even in all my years, I am still able to be surprised by the casual depths of human cruelty. If you insist, I'll fill in the details as best I can. First, I have to say that to me, Palm Glen is a family. Dysfunctional, I will grant you, but a family. And I care about all these people. Don't want you getting the wrong idea about me. I'm not just some old busybody, but I do try to provide counsel and support. Anyway, young Russ and Jessica were sitting at a table at the club, and they weren't getting along. It was getting loud and out of hand. Finally, it simply exploded, with the two young people on their feet in each other's faces, screaming. Soon, everyone present realized that Jessica knew her mother had been sleeping with Russ. And then, suddenly, the boy's father, Tim, added himself to the mix, really going off on the girl. You would think he'd be upset with his son, but instead he turned his fury on that poor child, Jessica, calling her a slut like her mother. The girl, to her credit, stood up to him, and the boy's father did something unspeakable. He grabbed the girl and shook her. Suddenly, Ty was in the room, and he rushed over and knocked Tim down. Ronnie witnessed it all, though she wasn't in the thick of it. I tell you, it was a horror show. Violence, emotion, sex. I'm sure some club members were thrilled. I was sickened.
Jaki słaby.
Wiedziałam, że nasza teczka zawibruje.
Ty's an athlete. He knocked Tim down. I'd be surprised if Tim's nose didn't get broken. Both Ty and Tim were out of control. Ty threatened to kill both father and son. But whether it was a real threat or bravado, that I can't judge. For that matter, Tim grabbed Jessica by the wrists and called her a... forgive this quote. A slut, just like your mother. Quite a scene, really.
Jakoś nie przepraszałeś za cytat, bo...
That's all the questions we have for now.
Dobra. Trzeba się dowiedzieć, czy raz żyje, czy nie.
Hey, What do you need? Russ never made it to that football camp. I'm in touch with Louisiana authorities and hope to track him down. Otherwise, he may well be our victim.
Nie szlaja się gdzieś po Las Vegas.
Let me get this straight. Jessica's boyfriend Ross is seduced by Jessica's own mother Ronnie? And Tim, the boyfriend's father, gets abusive with Jessica. Both Tim and Ross are missing and are linked to the severed arm. That's some major involvement for a minor. I'll contact her mother and make it happen.
O, to już?
A nie.
I don't know. Forever, last week, it's not the kind of thing you mark down in your day planner, you know. I mean, it's like devastating. When Mom cheats on Dad, she cheats on me. On all of us, the whole family. Funny, he's usually really easy to talk to. He's cool for a dad. But whenever I tried to, like, bring up my suspicions, he would just ignore it. Pretend he didn't even know what I was talking about. Not till that night at the Palm Glen, when he dumped me for my own mother. Do you know how that made me feel? To have the two people I love most in my life betray me like that. What was up with Russ anyway? Is he like some kind of sick pervert or something? I mean, my mother? She's so old. Why are you asking me?
Wiesz?
I don't know.
That's all the questions we have for now.
Kije golfowe.
Co?
Skąd się wzięły kije golfowe Russella w garażu?
Gdzie teraz? Może do laboratorium. No. Mamy trochę rzeczy do zbadania.
No to sprawa. Najpierw jej musisz chyba dać. To wszystko co zebraliśmy.
Dobra już. Poganiacz nie wolno.
That's ready for image enhancement and microscopy.
Okay.
Animal hair. I'll put it under the microscope for you so you can identify the species.
Może aligatora! Heheszki. Dobra. To już było zdjęcia.
My kind of evidence. Wish some guy would draw a portrait of me like this. Flattering and so romantic.
Ja bym nie chciała.
Way more romantic than
widziała,
severed
jak
limbs
to
and alligator
wyglądało.
guts, don't you think?
Okej, to wszystko daliśmy. Już mogę pod mikroskop? Dzięki.
Nie pasuje. Weź potwierdź.
This pair isn't two of a kind. Make certain before checking with me.
Kurde, punkty mi za to odejmie! Nie, no weź! Coś
Tylko drugiego włosa nie mamy.
A po co ci włos?
Porównać. O, tutaj mamy jakieś.
No.
No. O.
Species is sable martin. What we have here is paintbrush fallout.
Z czego? Skąd to było?
Sobola.
Od Sobola?
No.
Okej.
No.
Coś mamy? No.
To co, do roli?
Gdzie?
Do domku?
A jeszcze nie załatwimy tego Sobola? Tu?
Nie, to
tu?
drugi. No.
Tu?
That's all I can think of right now.
Może to się
What do you need?
nakaz.
Może nakaz, no.
To jest Jessica.
Córka.
A po co nam jeszcze z nią gadać?
Nie potrzeba.
Not enough reason for a warrant for that location. Yet. Hunches aren't reasons. If you want a warrant, convince me with facts.
Dziękujemy za oglądanie. Jeżeli filmik się podobał, łapki w górę, a nowi niech zostawią suba. Pa pa!